MakerMindMap.io is free. It's about confronting the challenges self-educated makers face and how we're going to fix it. The site is part mind map, part checklist of checklists, part journal, and part progress tracker. I made it to be helpful over a longer period of time. It helps you see the forest for trees, contextualize and keep track of what ground you've already covered, keep track of your research and findings in a place you can find them later, and measure your progress for each topic, branch, and overall. I'm of the opinion that no one thing is hard to learn, provided it's bite-sized and you know what to search for. And that last part's the rub, isn't it? That's why the Maker Mind Map has the information it has, but not more than you need to keep your self-study on the rails. I'm in no position to act like an authority on how to make all the things in all the ways, and I don't think my LARPing as a Mythbuster makes the cut. That's why this site isn't a one-stop shop. I'm not trying to write an encyclopedia here. It's connective tissue. The Maker community is vibrant and growing by the day. We're part of a larger ecosystem, and the map is meant to be completely symbiotic with it. The algorithm is optimizing for whatever will keep our attention. The things we learn can feel disconnected and isolated when they're really not. And I'm always seeing makers say they feel like they're learning all the time, but forgetting way too much of it. This happens to me too, precisely because it's out of context. I can point you to the exact page in my textbooks from anything I learned in college in a flash. That information entered my brain way longer ago than whatever I watched on YouTube last year. My hunch is the physical and contextual position of where that knowledge is housed on my bookshelf has much more to do with it than the information itself. It's easy to lose your place and forget what you learned. That's the natural cost associated with context switching. Making means a lot of things to a lot of people, and all of those definitions are valid. The map I laid out gives you a useful starting point, should you choose to use it, so you don't have to start from scratch if you don't want to, but you can customize everything about it. The basic mechanics are fairly self-evident, but let's talk through them. The map reads from left to right. One topic gets split into smaller and smaller topics. The search bar in the top can help you find topics. Click any topic to see more detail about it. The stuff here is information embedded within the node that you click. As you navigate here, you're navigating around the nodes. These are directly coupled to the mind map. You can edit literally everything about them right here. The nodes furthest to the right are represented as checklist items because these are meant to be the bite-sized chunks you can individually mark as done. Progress gets rolled up through the parent nodes, and if you don't think an item or a branch is helpful, delete it. I don't care. If the step feels too big, you can break it down further. That's your prerogative. The idea is that when you pick off a topic, there's enough context to know what the learning goal even is. You'll learn about it online, or from someone you know, or a class that you find, or whatever. And you can note what you learned right here, so you always have it in context and can reference it easily later. When you're happy, whatever that means to you, mark it as done, and move on to the next thing that interests you. If you're looking at a topic and thinking, Alex, what the hell are you even saying? That's why I made this Ask AI button. There is no AI in the app itself. It auto-generates some plain text that you can then copy-paste into ChatGPT or whatever you want to help kick off a conversation about it. That way you can understand it in whatever way and with whatever choice of words makes sense to you. And if AI isn't your cup of tea, this feature can't do anything on its own. Not everyone has access to an expert they can talk to and learn from. This is the next best thing. I think this will help a lot of people who are looking for that little extra boost. I'll caveat what you already know. AI can be wrong. No serious person blindly follows what it says. I say you should use it where it's strong, picking around ideas and helping you identify blind spots. Next up, there are prerequisites. I called these out where they're important. They don't lock you out of anything. They just let you connect ideas across branches in an ordered fashion. You can see how all the prereqs flow into a node that has them with this button. This redraws the mind map temporarily to make it easier for you to visualize. But you can go back to the mind map with this button, and if you want to add your own prereqs, feel free. You can rearrange them too. If you want to reset the mind map to the way it was, or even start with a completely blank one, careful because this is destructive. The map saves to your device, but you can export and import files to help make sure you never lose anything. That's also how you can share your custom map with other people. They can import from the file if you send it to them, or just parts of it. You can also import from the default tree in case you dropped anything and want to cherry pick what you want to bring back. All of this happens locally on your device. I don't track any of it. There are no tracking cookies. There is no phone home to my servers. Not the least of which is because I don't have any servers. That costs money, and everything I made here is free for both of us. I'll step you through the last few more advanced features, and more are on the way because I'm actively developing this thing. So if you want something to look or feel different, if you want more languages or something else, let me know. I don't bite. Everything that's free today is free forever. There are no paid features. Someday, the only ones I can even envision charging for are the ones that would cost me money out of pocket to host on servers, like logins for cross-device access, for example. And I think that's fair. For now, let's look at the most obvious one that sticks out. The language feature. Right now, the site supports English and German. I have been to Germany, but I do not speak German. It was a very quiet summer. I added this because someone said on Reddit they loved the tool, and this was going to help their students at their makerspace learn more. I was like, cool, I'll add that. The technique I used applies to German as well as the next language. There's no reason I can't do more. If it's going to help you or people you know, shout it out. I'm currently refusing requests for Klingon. There's a theme picker. We've got default light and dark, high contrast mode, if you want it to look like the matrix. I mainly added this because it's fun to pick colors. If you want to build up the mind map quickly or dig deeper into topics, I actually have this other sick bring your own AI feature that steps you through how you can do that. Basically, my site has a text parser that understands a certain syntax. It accepts a custom prompt from you in this wizard that lays out what it is that you're trying to do, copies that plus the parser syntax into your clipboard. You drop that into your preferred AI assistant, and it will generate text that you can bring back here to automatically append a new piece of mind map to any node you choose. This way, you can flesh out new topics quickly, dig deeper into things where the default map didn't. If you're extra creative, you can share screenshots with your assistant or documents or whatever else. As long as your assistant knows the parser syntax of my site, it can help you make all kinds of maps. In my view, this is insanely powerful, should you choose to use it. As a quick aside, I made the Maker mind map with adult viewers in mind. To any kids watching this, making can be fun and super rewarding, but it can also be extremely dangerous. So please, before you get hands-on with anything, ask a responsible adult for help. All right, to put a pin in this video, here's what we covered. MakerMindMap.io is free to use. The point is to simplify the path to becoming a well-rounded maker. The site is part mind map, part treasure hunt, part notebook, and part progress gauge. You can customize it, and your hard work can be backed up and restored, or even shared with friends and students. Bring your own AI features are there to help you, or them, should they need it. Visit the site to get started. Now that you've watched this video, you can mark the Start Here items as done. Progress has been made. Congrats. Before you go, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what was helpful, or what I can do to make this project more helpful for you. Thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next one.